Hello everyone, Rossabels here with the Vernal Winds event. As you guys know, I've been working on trust farms for WB-7, 8, and 9, but I wanted to showcase my trust farm for WB-7 because I find it quite funny. This is a stage with a bunch of doggos that go up and down, and there's a lot of them and stuff like that. For my trust farm, I only use 2 units, Chongyue and Texas de Omertosa, but Texas de Omertosa is optional for this event. For Chongyue, obviously, we're going to use skill 3, which I have M3'd right now, but it is perfectly viable to use skill rank 7. Besides a bit of difference in the damage that he does, the big difference between M3 and S7 is the number of skill points needed. M3 only requires 8 skill points, while skill rank 7 requires 10. It's still perfectly viable. You can still use skill rank 7. It will just take a bit longer. M3 is just hilarious to use. As for Texas de Omertosa, you can use another arts damage dealer that's heli droppable. If you have several of them, that's great. Mostly, Texas is here to deal with the wallbreakers. So these guys over here that are super annoying. They have low resistance, so you might as well bring an arts damage dealer. So if you have others that can deal with it, go use them. It's just that for me, Texas is the most convenient because she can attack an AoE. The rest of them are all trust farms, so let's get started. And I apologize in advance for what I'm about to introduce to you. Alright, Chongyue over here, center, on this column with the roadblocks. Activate his skill whenever you can. It doesn't have to be optimized. What matters is you get that 5th stack.
One should strike and sunder the tides cleft, retract and leave no peace bereft. One should strike and sunder the tides cleft, retract and leave
Don't mind the doggos that are on the top and the bottom. They'll be taken care of soon enough.
Strike and sunder the tides cleft, retract and leave no peace bereft.
This should be the last stack, and go.
Unsteady posture, wavering in strike. And after all this time, strike and sunder the strike. And after all this time, after all this thousand moves and one, after all this time.
As soon as the wallbreaker enters the square, use Texas or whatever arc damage dealer you have.
Much to learn yet. Unsteady posture. Wait 1,000 moves in one breath. Unsteady posture. Wavering in unsteady posture. Wavering intent. Unsteady posture. After all this time, you still tend unsteady posture. Wait, after all this time, you still tend after all this time. After all this time, you still tend to unsteady posture. Wavering in after all this
again, priority is the wallbreaker.
Solution unsteady posture. Wavering in after all this time, you still tend to strike and 1,000 moves in one strike and sunder the tides. 1,000 moves in one breath. Strike and sunder the tides left. Unsteady posture. Wavering in unsteady posture. Wait 1,000 moves in one breath. After all this time, you 1,000 moves in one breath. Strike and unsteady posture. Wait 1,000 moves in 1,000 moves in one breath. Strike and sunder the tides. 1,000 moves in one breath.
It's okay if Texas dies at that point. The wallbreakers will target the roadblocks, and Chong can take care of the rest of the HP. And that is it. That is my trust farm for WB-7. I apologize for what that did to your ears, but it's quite funny.
We should remain level and humble, yet we ought to sing your praises. Yes, you did well.
So anyway, yeah, that is my trust farm. So if you guys want to see any more trust farms for me for WB8 and WB9, let me know in the comments below, and go and have fun with your noisy Oni-chan. I apologize once more for what happened to your ears. Bye!